Now taking over your airwaves. In 3, 2, 1.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
Good morning, zebras. It is October 31st, 2024. It's a white day here at New Brunswick High School. It's Throwback Thursday. It's Halloween. We're coming to you from the Julian Nicholas Podcast Studio. My name is Mr. Nessie, and I am joined by the executive producer of talent acquisition himself, the architect, Mr. Alex. Good morning.
Good morning.
Happy Halloween, buddy.
Happy Halloween. I like your costume.
Thank you.
Looks good.
You look good, too.
Thank you. Thank you. A lot of thought went into this.
A lot of thought. I'm tired today.
Why are you tired?
Baseball, Yankees, World Series, over, staying up late. It's just been a long couple of days for me.
It's a good point. I feel like a lot of people make that mistake. They get too enthralled in whatever they're into. They stay up too late and they just don't get that sleep.
Well, I mean, I do it to myself. I mean, when the game ends, I could go to bed. But no, I also podcast about the Yankees. So after all of these playoff games, I've been getting on and recording like a 15 to 20 minute instant reaction to whatever has happened.
So you don't like to let the game salivate a little bit, like you just think about it for like maybe, I don't know, 12 hours or 24 hours before you like put your thoughts out there. You just go
instant reaction.
Yeah.
That's the point.
Okay.
How are you doing?
I'm good. I got a good night's sleep last night. Woke up this morning, got here super early.
Yeah, you did come in here a little earlier than I'm used to seeing you.
There was no cars on that road. I flew.
Safely, of course.
Oh, of course. Absolutely. Absolutely. Safely adhering to the rules of the road, especially the speed limit, which I follow.
Speaking of limits, let's talk about the weather.
We'll make it sweet. We'll make it short. Now here for you is the weather report.
The weather, baby.
Buenos dias, ladies and gentlemen. It is currently 53 degrees and mostly clear in New Brunswick. We are going up to a high of 80 degrees today. So hopefully your Halloween costumes are not made of wool.
We were talking about this before, and don't get me wrong, it's kind of nice that it's going to be nice out, but I feel like part of Halloween, part of the fun of it is just the crispiness.
Or the miserable, dank, rainy dayness of most New Jersey Halloweens.
That is in no way enjoyable. That is just terrible.
That's well, a lot of Halloweens are cloudy, moist, rainy days.
I don't know about the rainy part, but I do agree with the moist or it had rained recently. I definitely do agree with that, but
Leaves will be blowing around today. They won't be stuck to the ground because they're wet.
oh, believe me, the leaves are my front yard is covered in layers.
When you woke up this morning, was your front yard also covered in toilet paper?
No, the kids know better.
I was watching the game last night and actively experienced my house getting toilet papered.
No.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Please tell me you got pictures.
I have doorbell photos and footage.
Did you keep that?
I did.
Awesome. Good morning.
Hey, it's Josh A.
You're not going to clown around, are you?
No, maybe.
All right.
Josh A, it's been a minute.
I know.
You got to get closer to that microphone.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, you can pull it back to you, too. Yeah,
you
make
go.
it yours.
Okay.
No, and you got to stay on top.
Like here?
Yeah, like get your face up to it.
Okay, here?
Don't get any. Yeah, that's perfect. And
Don't eat it.
And speak from here.
Okay.
All right. Well, we'll do announcements, and then Josh A is here because she is our resident correspondent on all things scary and spooky. Right?
Yes.
Yes. All right. Let's do the announcements. Josh A, you know the first one.
We're also a podcast. Listen on demand wherever you wherever you listen to podcasts and scan the code on the screen.
That's right. See, you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
And, of course, here is Miss Morano with our quote of the day.
Good morning. This is Miss Morano with your quote of the day. We must use our lives to make the world a better place to live, not just to acquire things. This is what we are put on the earth for. Dolores Horta.
Thank you, Miss Morano. Mr. Alex, what's going on today?
Oh, man, it's a national day indeed. We got National Doorbell Day.
Ding dong. Who is it?
National Magic Day. National Knock Knock Joke Day.
Hello?
And National Caramel Apple Day. And, of course, it's Halloween, because that's, like, the greatest holiday ever. But
Is Halloween the greatest holiday ever?
I mean, my wife definitely believes so.
You know it is.
See, she agrees.
Yes, Halloween is a good day.
It's garbage.
Quiet, you. Today has got many historical events today. So on October 31st, 1517, Martin Luther posts his 95 Theses, and thus the Lutheran religion is born. In 1926, magician Harry Houdini dies. In 1950, Earl Lloyd, pictured on your screen, becomes the first black player in the NBA. And in 2008, Satoshi Nakamoto publishes a paper introducing the world to Bitcoin. No reaction? Okay, cool.
I don't do Bitcoin.
Okay.
Students, we've got great clubs here at MBHS, and here are the clubs that are meeting today. The Alliance Club from 2:45 to 3:45 in A208.
Daily Tech Table. Technology can be serviced or replaced daily in the Media Center. Their times are 7:45 to 8 a.m. and 8:15 to 8:30, and then 1 o'clock to 1:45. You must have your physical student ID. And let's be realistic here. Since we're saying must, you must have your computer for a class. So don't wait till 1:45. Do it at 7:45.
Ooh, I'm the boogeyman.
It is creepy.
Yearbooks, $50 until winter break. Order during advisory with Mr. McDermott or Ms. Esposito in D204. Online orders can also be placed with card. Links and more information are available on our Instagram, MBHS_YB.
The food drive, sponsored by the Key Club, is taking place now. Donations can be dropped off in your advisory class. The advisory class that collects the most items will win a free breakfast. Check out the posters and flyers around the school for suggested items to donate. If you need more information, see Miss Andreessen in C205 with your questions.
Get involved. Join the Student Council. Student Council meets every first and third Thursday, where and when in B321 from 2:45 to 3:45. And then the Class Council meets every second and fourth Thursday. Visit nbstudentcouncil.com or hit up their Instagram at nbhs.stuco.
Hey Zebras!
I'm Angela.
And I'm Michelle, and we are excited to introduce this year's peer-to-peer podcast for the 2024 and 2025 school year.
What is peer-to-peer, you ask? Well, it's a space where we, as peer leaders, bring you the real stories from high school, shared by our very own peer leaders.
That's right. Peer leadership is all about guiding and supporting others, and through this podcast, we'll be talking about everything from overcoming challenges to finding balance in school life.
We'll also be offering advice specifically for our underclassmen, helping you navigate high school like a pro.
So join us each episode as we explore the highs, the lows, and everything in between.
This is Peer-to-Peer, where your story matters. Subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts.
Hello, my name is Alana, and I am the host of Saso Latino, the all-Spanish podcast here in New Brunswick High School, and this is brought to you by the Hispanic Culture Club. We talk about many different topics in Saso Latino, like cultures all around the world, food, music, And you can find more from us in Instagram at NBHSHCC. And you can also go to zebrapodcastnetwork.com/sazonlatino.
Students, get involved with your grade level. Make sure you're in your Google Classrooms and follow your classes on Instagram.
Happy birthday. Send us your birthday shout-outs. They're free. Oh, yes. Free. All it costs you is the time to just say to us, hey, shout out to Brittany. Happy birthday.
Is today Brittany's birthday?
I have no idea who Brittany is.
Oh. I will shout out my cousin. Well, we had cheesesteaks with him over the summer, Mr. Alex. Today is his birthday. He's a Halloween baby.
Oh, happy birthday, cousin.
Happy birthday.
Get your Zebra Podcast Network merch, scan the Dino code, and support what we do. We don't make any money, but if we start seeing stuff around the school, that would be really cool if we saw hats and T-shirts and stickers on laptops.
This came up in a discussion the other day, Mr. Nessie.
Yeah.
How much is the water bottle?
The water bottle?
Yeah.
Probably $15 to $20.
That's what I need. Thank you.
Scan the Dino code, and you can find out all the prices.
I was trying to sell a kid.
Oh, have him scan the Dino code when it comes up in advisory. I'll leave it up an extra second so you can remember to. Mr. Alex, scan the Dino code with the kid right now. If you want to get an announcement or a shout out on the morning show, visit our website, zebrapodcastnetwork.com. Submit something on our Google form or send us a lovely voicemail. And now, the Zebra Sports Desk. It is Zebra Sports Desk time. Yesterday, the girls volleyball team traveled to Lakewood and they were defeated 2-0
By the Piners?
by the Piners. You paid attention, Mr. Alex. You can learn.
It's the worst name ever. It's just terrible.
Well, they're not watching, so
They should be.
they should be
You
watching.
have the worst name. The Piners is the worst name. If you can find a worse one, I'll say I'm sorry and I'm wrong. This is the worst name. The Piners. Worst name.
Coming up tomorrow, the boys soccer team has a friendly, as they say, against Carteret as they tune up for the state playoffs that start next week. So come out and support the boys, 4 o'clock at Memorial Stadium tomorrow.
Who are they? I just see a C. What
Carteret.
Yeah, but what are they called? The Carteret.
They are the Ramblers. Let us know in the comments, folks. Piners, Ramblers.
Which one's worse?
Which one's worse?
Why don't you be the Cheetahs?
Now, I will say this. At least Lakewood has a logo. If
Yeah.
you look up anything about Carteret, it's always just a word mark. They don't even know what a Rambler is.
I mean, just throw it out there that black C with the blue outline is pretty hot. But once again, call yourselves the Cheetahs. Or, hey, get some sponsorship and call yourself the Cheetos.
Wow. The Carteret Cheetos?
It's better than the Ramblers.
Worse.
That's worse?
Worse. The Cheetos? That's worse.
She doesn't like Cheetos, that's why.
No.
Yeah, see? Boom. I'm on to you, clown.
Speaking of Cheetos, the fall weight room is 2:45 to 4 o'clock after school. See Coach Allen for more information, and that goes between the fitness center and the weight room. Just check in with Coach.
And if you're going to eat those Cheetos before you go into the weight room, please wash your hands.
Yes.
Don't be that kid.
We don't want orange equipment. And if you're interested in boys and girls bowling, see Coach Oviedo in D215. Join the Google Classroom, VAMTL4Z, and let's get the bowling team out of the gutter.
And get a strike?
Josh, are you going to bowl this year?
I suck at bowling.
Yeah, but here's the thing. So you might be bad at it, but the more you do it,
But you'll be on
you'll
varsity
Also,
in an
and
instant.
Also,
You'll have that letter.
It'll be very hard.
What?
It'll be very hard.
Oh, right, those.
Yeah.
You could give your nails a break for 2 months.
Oh, no, thank you. No, thank you.
Yeah.
No,
Go.
thank you.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Those are pricey. They're nice, by the way, but I know those are pricey.
that's it for sports. Go Zebras! Go Zebras Indeed.
You're listening to the Zebra Podcast Network. Your school, your voice.
Well, you know what nails aren't going to make it difficult to do? Josh A. is here. She is our resident reporter on all things spooky and scary. She's got her scary clown makeup on.
Yeah. All right. Today, I didn't really know what to talk about, so I just thought we should talk about the movies that scared us the most. And mine, I just rewatched it recently when I was younger. I watched this movie called Mama, and that movie terrified me. I had nightmares for months. And then I never watched it again until like a month ago. And I was like, it wasn't that bad. But I understand why it was so scary for me. But yeah.
I've never heard of that movie.
I have not either.
Basically, there's a dad and these two little girls, and they get into a car accident. And the girls hide out in like a lodge in the woods for like a year. And then they get found, and they're like all creepy and nasty. They eat moths and stuff. And apparently this demon has been taking care of them. And then she kills one of the kids at the end of the movie. It's very scary.
Out of curiosity, do we actually see the demon?
Oh yeah, she's very scary.
She's very
She's
scary.
like I don't know how to explain. She's like a long and lanky, and she has super long hair. She's disgusting.
Wait, did you say long and lanky with super long hair?
Hey, okay,
I mean, there's a lot of L's in there.
yeah,
Because what was she living?
no,
I was saying that Josh A. is tall,
but like
has long hair.
longer than me, and she's like black, like fully,
we're-
like like shadow black. You know what I mean? Like a shadow.
I mean, we do now.
Yeah. Very scary. And then also surprisingly, when it first came out, that really scared me.
You mean the remake?
Yeah, I watched the original. It wasn't that bad, but in 2017, when the remake of It came out, I was terrified. Like I had to close my eyes when the commercials came on.
Well, I mean, there were also two different things. Like the one that you saw in 2017 was like a movie budget, 100%. Like they leaned in and invested heavily in this. The OG one from the 90s is one of those lovely after-school specials that have the very low local TV budget. Still, great film.
Yeah, it was really funny.
It's actually, it's a two-part, but still a good film.
But I read the book too.
Oh yeah?
So very strange. I don't know how to feel about that.
Have you read The Green Mile?
No.
You should read that one.
I don't read.
You just said you read a book.
I read that book.
So read another book.
I've only read Stephen King books. And I read Carrie, and I read Pet Sematary, and I read It.
You know, it's so funny you mentioned that. I have wonderful news for you. I'm pretty sure he wrote The Green Mile, too.
I read those 3 books in my whole life.
Well, good. Read this 4th one.
Okay.
Let's see. Scary movie for me? When I was a kid, like, again, I'm not really into the horror genre, but like Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy Krueger, that really, like,
I hate him so.
Those would be movies like only watch them in the daytime, early in the day, so that way, hopefully by the time you go to bed, you forgot you watched it.
I hate Freddy Krueger so much.
Why?
Like, because he's scary, or?
I just hate him.
Like
He's
his
not
character?
scary. The movie's boring. I hate him so much.
Well, I wish you sweet dreams tonight.
Yeah, you know, you're so young.
I did like the New Nightmare. That was the only Freddy Krueger movie I liked.
Okay.
But otherwise,
Did you ever see Did you ever see Freddy vs. Jason?
of course I have.
I mean, I don't listen. You just said you only read like 3 books. I mean, you could have only seen 4 movies. I don't know.
Movie I've seen plenty. I've seen every single Nightmare on Elm Street movie. And
Okay.
Only 2 of them are good, and one of them is Freddy vs. Jason.
It was good. I have to admit, I don't watch a lot of horror movies either. I'm just not a big fan. I did see Freddy vs. Jason. I did see Jason X, which was really, really cheesy.
Oh, I hate
that sci-fi one. Yeah, it was really cheesy. But Freddy vs.
That's where like Jason goes and fights the moon.
No, it's like it's way in the future. It's on a spaceship, and basically their humans don't live on Earth anymore. And this like, I don't, there's some sort of excavation team. I can't remember what they do exactly, but they go down to Earth and they find him frozen, and they take him
And
back.
I thought it was a
onto
good
the
idea
ship.
to put him on the ship.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. There's this one scene where he like, he had a different mask and stuff.
It's like all futuristic and silver and
Oh
stuff.
yeah, he gets digitized.
Yeah.
Becomes like a cyborg. But like there's one point where like he picked up just some medical tool and he like, did his thing. And then at one point he's in a room with another guy and everyone's like scared and all of a sudden he's looking like he's going to grab the guy, but instead he grabs the machete, which is, his weapon. And the guy just goes, "It's okay, guys, he just wanted his machete. I'm fine." Yeah. It's great. He's good. He now has weapon of choice. You're set.
Okay.
I did the first Jason movie I remember watching is what's the one in Manhattan? That one. I don't remember what it's called. It's like something takes Manhattan. I think it's Jason.
No,
Takes
the
Manhattan.
Muppets Take Manhattan. Jason did not take Manhattan.
No, there is one where he's in
is.
No, I know,
Yeah,
but it
I
wasn't
don't-
called Jason Takes Manhattan.
What's it called? I don't know what it's called.
The Muppets Take Manhattan.
There you go. But I did watch that. That's the first movie I remember watching with Jason, and I was terrified.
Okay.
And that's when he's teleporting, and that really.
I stand corrected.
Ooh.
That was Friday the 13th, Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan.
Oh, see, I know
literally,
I'm
like
talk-
what she
I
said.
know what I'm talking about.
So let me ask you a question. So you've seen all the Friday the 13th then?
Oh no, no.
Why?
There's too many, and I can't keep up. I've seen the first one with his mom, and then I've seen that one, and I've seen Jason Goes to the Bad Place, and I've seen.
Hell?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't like cursing.
I don't think it's a curse in
It
this
is
sense.
it is a curse word, and I'm not gonna say it.
Okay. All right. That's your boundary. Got it.
And I've seen a bunch of remakes, and I've seen so many I don't know the names of. Like there's part 17. I don't know.
So, just once again, you're young. You have lots of time. You don't have to watch every single one. You don't have to sit there and just put yourself through that. But you could maybe see once a week, once a month, maybe
They're
once a
so
quarter,
repetitive.
once a
They're
semester.
So repetitive. I don't know if I can do that.
All the same old
So I'm going to
scary
advise you then at least watch Friday the. He's Friday the 13th, right?
Mm-hmm.
Watch the third one, because the third one is not about him or his mom.
Isn't that the one where he gets his mask?
No, that's the one that's about witches. So the first one's about the mom, the second one's about him coming back, and then they decided we want to do different stories, kind of like what they tried doing with The Wire that clearly did not work. So the third one isn't about him at all, I believe. Like one of my friends who's super into stuff watches it, and he even says people basically talk a lot of trash about this film because it's not a Jason film. But the fact is, he's but if you look at it as it's standalone as its own story, it's actually really good. So I'm going to encourage you to check that out.
That sounds very strange. I've seen all the Halloween movies though, and I've seen all of the Scream movies.
The Scream movies are just.
What is
things are
the
amazing.
worst horror film you've ever seen?
Yeah, what is the worst?
There's a lot. The Winnie the Pooh movie. That one was.
I didn't.
really bad.
Blood and Honey.
Yes,
I didn't see
was
that.
Really bad.
Why was it bad?
The acting was terrible. The story sucked. The makeup on the characters terrible. It looked stupid.
I'm just throwing it out there. It's a movie about Winnie the Pooh
I hated it.
going on a murder spree. You can't really go to that with really high expectations.
I'm sure there's more, but
Silly old
that's
bear.
the first one that came to mind, and it sucked.
Okay, that's
Okay.
Oh, Cocaine Bear. I'm going back to this. That movie sucked too.
Now, is that really a? I mean, I guess
a
that's more of
horror
a slasher
movie.
film
That's
than a
a
horror
horror
movie.
movie.
How's that a horror movie?
That's
There's no demon. There's no monster. There's just a bear that made a poor decision.
The bear is the monster, and that movie sucked.
I thought when
Yeah, okay.
Julian graduated, I would never have to
No.
hear about Cocaine Bear ever again.
It's his fault that I hate this movie.
Wait, it's
Oh, that's right.
Julian's
He
fault.
made you watch it.
Well, yeah, he did, and it's his fault.
See, Julian, you do have an influence on other people.
And I hate it. It haunts my dreams. I hate
Is
it
it
so
really?
much.
Wow.
It
Did
sucks.
you ever see Lake Placid?
No.
Okay, so not. I guess if you consider that a horror film, this is a horror film too. It takes place in Maine. There's a giant crocodile. It's really good, actually. I'm dead serious. It's actually really good. In fact, Betty White's in it. Oh yes,
What?
oh yes. The OG Betty White is in it, and she has probably one of the most iconic lines of maybe the '90s actually, because of how good it was. There's a moment. All right, yeah, I'm gonna do this. There's a moment where the cops are trying to figure out how this crocodile get here. It's because it's giant, and at one point they find out that it's Betty White's character, that this thing just kind of showed up, and her and her husband decided to just feed it as their wild pet. So at one moment the cops are now watching her. They're like, yeah, cops gonna be here because you kind of unleashed a killer crocodile on this lake, not cool. So at one point she's sitting there and she's being so nice to the guy. She's like, I'm gonna be honest with you, I'd root for the crocodile to win. I hope she eats all your friends whole. Oh, yes, Betty White. Betty White.
All
a
right.
treasure. A treasure.
Well, as we start to come to the end of this Halloween episode of the Zebra Morning Show, Josh, I want to thank you for coming in, and I've got some Halloween jokes to take us out.
I'm scared.
What do ghosts have in their noses?
They don't have a nose.
Boogers.
Oh, God.
Why did the ghost starch his sheet?
Oh, no.
Why?
He wanted to scare people stiff. What is a ghost's favorite dessert?
What?
Ice cream.
But you scream.
We all scream.
For ice cream.
What kind of horse does a ghost ride?
Ghost Rider?
A nightmare.
Oh, that was a good one.
That's a good one, right?
Yeah.
Why don't mummies take time off?
Why?
They're afraid to unwind. Where does a mummy go for vacation?
Oh, where?
The Dead Sea.
Aw.
Why are vampires bad at art?
Why?
They're only able to draw blood. What kind of medicine do witches use on their warts?
What?
I don't know, but it's not working.
This is getting very painful.
What's the problem with twin witches?
What?
You never know which is which.
Oh, jeez.
How do you mend a jack-o'-lantern?
Oh.
With a pumpkin patch.
You were really going after the dad puns, aren't you?
What do vegetarian zombies eat?
Oh, God. Well,
What?
What?
Grains.
Oh, God.
How do you know if a zombie likes someone?
How?
They ask for seconds.
Oh.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Philip.
Philip.
Philip who?
Fill up my bag with candy.
Oh.
Thank you for listening to the Zebra Morning Show. Please tell a friend to help spread the word. Word of mouth is the best way to help us grow. Be sure to follow us on social media. We're on X, Instagram, and Threads at Zebra Podcast Net. Visit our website at zebrapodcastnetwork.com where you can learn about joining us. And don't forget to send us your announcements and shout-outs. Have a great day, Zebra Nation.